Peace Reflections, you are over here with Tarethia, and we are back doing our shadow work journal entries. Okay, if you missed our other shadow work entries, definitely go over to the nightschool.vhx.tv or go over there to Rumble, Tarethia Perez, and you can definitely find all of our entries. Okay, so if you're new to the crew and you don't know what I mean when I say we're doing our shadow workbook reflection, we are digging deep into our subconscious. Reflection, we are digging deep into our subconscious and finding all the things that are holding us back. Okay, now with that being said, let's talk about one of the biggest holdbacks right here. Let's talk about, remember, it's duality and everything. Let's talk about the thing that can make you or the thing that can break you. Okay, let's talk about I got a big ego. Yes, such a huge ego. And what else? And I love my big ego. Watch, she too much. She walk like this cause she can back it up. You remember that song by Beyonce, baby? Now y'all know my throat a little raspy. My throat a little raspy. But don't y'all start reflection, because I tried to hit that for y'all, baby. I tried to hit it for you, reflection. I could have, a little couple times, I was trying to, you get what I'm saying? I was trying to do background and front ground music. I was trying to do my what you call them, reflection. I was trying to do my, to be in the background. What you call them? What do you call those, reflection? What do you call those? My ad libs. I was trying to do my ad libs at the same time. There was a duet, reflection, but I ain't had no. It was a solo. It was a solo, but it was really supposed to be a duet. My ego left me hanging. Why you do that? Why you do that? See, that's what we talking about, reflection. We talking about that ego. We are talking about your ego, reflection. Okay, a lot of people they're not even aware that they have an ego, reflection. They think that's all them. They think it's all them the whole time. You have an ego. You have the shadow side. You have your other side, reflection. All right, whatever you want to call it. Most people know it as the ego, though. Some people know it as their shadow side. All right, but it's one in the same. All right, let's talk a little bit more about this ego. Okay, now the ego can shape our lives. The ego can shape your whole life, reflection. You ain't never seen somebody with a real big ego. They'll be in certain positions, but you can just tell by their demeanor. You got a really, really big ego, reflection. You have a really big ego. I don't know what you are like internally, but your ego is literally driving the whole spaceship. The ego, that's all I see is the ego. The ego loves to be seen, reflection. The ego loves to be seen, and the ego will be seen by any means necessary. Did you hear what I said? The ego will be seen by any means necessary. If you let that ego drive, reflection, if you don't put your ego in check, you don't let your ego know, listen, you a visitor. And this is my house, baby. I'm just letting you ride. You sitting on the passenger side. I'm driving this spaceship, baby. I'm driving this spaceship. This is my movie. I'm the actor and you are the I'm the director and you are the actor. You see how your ego can fuck it up for you? It can switch you up, reflection. It'll have you thinking you the actor and they the director. The whole time, this is your movie, reflection. Okay, we're talking about the ego. We're talking about your ego. Now, your ego can actually throw obstacles in our lives. The ego can throw obstacles in our lives. Reflection, okay? Keep in mind, the ego wants to be seen by any means necessary. The ego is trying to shine bright like a diamond. The ego wants to shine bright like a diamond, okay? So, if you go and you look at that video by Beyonce, ego, reflection, or actually listen to the words that are in my heart. Yes, hit the like and subscribe, but you gotta listen, reflection, to those lyrics. You actually gotta look at the video, okay, reflection, because she is literally speaking. You looking at her ego. You're looking. What do Beyonce say her ego name is? Sasha Fierce. Most people are just like, oh, that's her stage name. No, it's an alter ego. It's literally an alter ego. Is literally driving and she's riding type of yeah, but that's a video for another day. Okay, let's go back to talking about the ego. Now, the ego loves to judge you, reflection. Keep in mind, the ego want to ride this spaceship. The ego has to keep you in check. The ego has to let you know, listen, you're not better than me. Even though I'm the same, I'm a different version than you, you're not better than me. Listen, look in the mirror. Find something that's wrong with you. I'm greatness. I'm greatness. That's why I act the way I do when I'm out. That's why I want to be seen so much, because I am greatness and you are not. That's how your ego will sit in there and tell you. You ain't never seen the person reflection. They just feel all down about themselves. They just, shit, you don't even got to say nothing negative to them, because they'll just say something negative about themselves. You just be holding a conversation. Next thing you know, they'll just down themselves. They'll talk down about themselves. They'll talk down about their life. Reflection, shit, life hit us all. We all are going through a little something. Money don't solve everything. Reflection, money, fame, influence, none of that shit. None of it. When the end live happen, when they walk into their house or their apartment or whatever it is, they walk into reflection. After they leave their party, you ain't never seen the person that be partying. Reflection seem like they party all the time. It seems like they always having a good time. They single as fuck though, and nothing is wrong with being single. But we know this person right like this, right? Their ego is just taking control of them, but they don't even know it. Every time they out, they fuck them just and fuck them hoes, baby. That's them. Reflection the whole time. Reflection. That's their ego talking. When they get alone, reflection, when everybody go home and they all alone, reflection, and they are by themselves, they just one with self and ego, reflection. You have to know, reflection, that they don't feel the way that they are presenting themselves. That's their ego out there presenting themselves. That's not how they really feel. Whether they know that or not is not reflection. Remember, have you ever seen a very prideful person? And nothing is wrong with being prideful, but at the same time, a lot of people that you see brag a lot of people that you see down other people, a lot of people that love, they just have to be, not want to be, they just have to be by any means necessary the center of attention. Reflection, that's the ego. Yes, that's their ego stomping their ass like a centaur. Reflection, that is their ego, because their ego is judging them, their ego telling them, listen, you need to be in the forefront, you get what I'm saying? Reflection, the whole time, you don't need any of that. Reflection, okay, the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. Hit the like and subscribe button. That will never change. The loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. That's the person that got a whole lot of shit to hide that you don't even know. They're too busy covering it up with their ego. They're too busy covering it up with material things. Reflection, you're not hearing what I'm saying. Watch a person that's always bragging about material things. Watch a person that's always bragging about, I'm that girl, I'm that guy, I'm that. You get what I'm saying? Reflection. Power just is. If you are greatness, you don't have to say you greatness. You're just great. When you walk in a room, you don't have to acknowledge you there. They're going to know. Reflection. Energy don't die. It just keeps going. All right. You don't have to announce who you are. You just are. When you step in rooms, they will know. Reflection, okay? The loudest one in the room is the ego. That's the ego. Reflection, okay? So, and that person has a lot to hide. That person usually has a lot of insecurities. That's why they take material things to make themselves feel validated, okay? We're talking about the ego. The ego will have you spending your whole fucking check buying material things to make you look validated, to make you feel momentarily validated. You didn't hear what I said, though. I said momentarily, for the moment, because just like those material things that you're buying, it gets old, right? It's new today, it's popping today, a couple of weeks now, it's something else. Nothing never lasts forever. Reflection, everything has an expiration date, but at the same time, we are in the cycle. What's a cycle? It goes on and on and on and on. We are in the cycle of life. And if you do not control that ego, if you do not realize that you even have an ego, reflection, you will forever be in that same circle. You will never know what it's like to reach those next chapters, those next checkpoints, okay? We may have to come back for a part 2. But I had to come over here and I had to talk about the ego. Reflection, because shit, I had to shoot and bury my ego. Listen, reflection, okay? I'm trying to tell you, Taretha can come and tell you about an ego or two. Taretha, listen, reflection, listen to the words that are in my heart. Sasha Fierce didn't have shit on Taretha. I'm trying to tell you. But at the same time, if you don't recognize that your ego is leading you on a pathway of self-destruction, reflection, either your ego can make you or break you. But think about it. Even stars, They have alter egos, but their alter egos, it get them to the top, it get them to what looks like it's fame, it's success. But every time they get their reflection, 80% of all those celebrities, they still complain about being empty. They still complain about depression. They still complain about all these things that are going wrong within life. Reflection. So I'm asking you again, did they really check their ego?